Hey guys, this is Jason here. Jacob Merton is the last name. Big fan of the show. Gryffindor, definite Gryffindor. Just wanted to call in and say, ho, 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 Detroit. All right, love you. Bye.
Hello and welcome to the third annual Muggies episode of A Muggle Perspective. I'm your host, Rogie. Braden, is that the best episode intro we've ever had?
I'm a big fan of the cold open. We need to do that more often.
We're basically The Office now.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm referencing, because I am a sucker for a good cold open. Like when my personal favorite from The Office is when Kevin brings in his own chili and spills it all over the carpet.
My homemade chili recipe is legendary. It's just a voiceover of him bragging about the chili. I stay up all night simmering the tomatoes and the peppers.
I let them mix overnight to get to know each other. Get to know each other in the pot.
He's just using
and then
folders.
he's using paper to try and scoop it off the carpet back into the pot, and then just starts slipping and sliding around in it.
Wow.
Oh,
this is great audio. Great
So
content
this
for
is
someone to
not a
listen to.
podcast about The Office.
Yet.
So if that's what you came here for, you should stop now.
That's a Schrutz perspective. So it's
Yes.
2 doors down.
To be to be announced, the date of that podcast.
Yeah. It's happening, though.
I would love that.
This is the Muggies episode. Braden, what is your understanding of what the Muggies are?
The Muggies are a fun way to look back at the book that we have just finished, which is, in this case, Prisoner of Azkaban, where we do basically like some awards. You put up some polls.
I did.
If I understand that right, on social media.
Yeah.
Well, I should say Rachel probably did that, right?
No, I did.
Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no credit to Rachel at all.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly.
Yeah. I just sort of assumed that she does all the behind-the-scenes stuff for that.
As you should.
And so you, the listeners, hopefully weigh in on that, do some voting, and then I have not heard these questions or know any of them. Rogie will present them to me. I will weigh in on them myself. And then, doesn't my vote count for more, which is totally unfair?
Yes. I think we settled on, Jeremy and I were talking about this, about a third of however many votes there are.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you're like a quarter of, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we'll have some fun poll questions, kind of just look back at what we've read and where we're at in the story. We've got some howlers.
We do. This is going to be a good, strong howler episode because of how our recording scheduling works, and also maybe forgetting once to play a howler. But it'll be good content. I think it'll work well with Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, I've been begging for howlers, so I'm real friggin' excited about that.
I'm real friggin' excited right now. You can't see my face, but I'm pumped. So the listeners know, Braden and I are on a video Skype call now, so we laugh a lot more at each other's faces when we make jokes.
It really changes everything.
Yeah. Not
Hopefully
to be
you can
dramatic.
hear that. Yeah.
Hopefully you can hear that.
Yeah.
Hey, George is here also. Hey, bud, George Weasley. So let's get things kicked off with the first category. Any guesses what the first category is, Braden?
Hagrid's favorite drink.
Yeah, man, I don't know how you got it, but it was Hagrid's favorite drink. Now, this is the only category I told you about before. This category is worst prediction.
Sweet. Are you trying to do a sound? Yeah.
I did. I failed. I just clicked one of them.
Yep,
so
that'll work.
What would you think would even be the nominees for this? Maybe that's how we should do this. When you think of worst prediction that you or we made from Prisoner of Azkaban, what jumps to mind?
I don't remember all my predictions. Do we have those?
Probably in the Google Doc that I do not have pulled up. Actually,
Okay.
I do
have it pulled up.
I don't think I wrote very many down.
Okay.
One should be pretty obvious.
Yeah, I know that one of them was I thought Lupin was Sirius Black, hence where we got the name. I believe it was Lupirius.
Yeah, it is Lupirius. So that was obviously the headliner. I had to come up with another one. So near the end of recording Prisoner of Azkaban, you a couple times said something like, all humans are animals now. Like, I just can't trust anyone. And so I kind of took that statement like going forward as like a prediction. Like, this is just a thing about the world. So that's the other thing people could vote for was either Lupirius Black or everyone's just an animal and we can't trust anyone now.
So there were only 2 choices for this poll.
Yeah, there's always only 2 choices because Instagram only lets you do 2 choices in a poll. There is such a thing as a quiz where you can have more than that, like 4 choices. And that came out last week, and my Instagram won't let me do them yet. So that's why none of them had 4 choices.
Balls in your court, Instagram. Figure it out.
I was like Googling, why doesn't my Instagram have quizzes? And Google was like, this is a lot of words. And so I'm going to give you a lot of articles about how to be an Instagram influencer. I was like, Google, stop. Okay. What would your vote be here, Braden? Lupirius or people are animals?
The Lupirius one was probably the worst prediction. But looking back, like I'm not ashamed of it.
Hashtag no regrets.
No regrets. That's my credo. No regrets. Thinking back to what was in my head a month ago, I guess, when we would have maybe longer, that made sense. I thought I was really onto something.
Sure.
So, yes, it was a very bad prediction, but I'm not mad that I made it.
So does that mean you're voting for people equal creatures?
That is my vote because I still am not sold that all people are not animals.
So like actually maybe it's best prediction? Could this category be changed to best prediction, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it might end up being the best, really. Who's to say?
So if that's your vote, then that actually swings the category. So congratulations to all people are animals for winning worst prediction. Where's applause? Yeah. Nice job, all people are animals. On that note, we actually have a very timely listened to howler from Chad. And I think that's all the intro I need to give for this howler. So here comes Chad.
Hey y'all, this is Chad. Hogwarts House is Ravenclaw, and I am just listening to episode 25, and it was just predicted that Lupin is Sirius Black. So I have a question. Assuming you're still sticking to this theory, which I love, by the way, how then is Lupin disguising the fact that he is Sirius Black? And how has he fooled Dumbledore, number one, and the other teachers in the school there? Love the show. Thanks, guys.
So first of all, thank you, Chad.
Yeah, the show loves you, Chad.
At least one person listened to us and said, oh, they're just abjectly begging me to call this number, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You did that, and now we have played your howler. Great question, Chad. Braden, defend your prediction.
All right, so let's recap Chad's question here. 1, how is Lupin pulling a fast one on Dumbledore and the teachers?
Yeah, it's basically like, how can Lupin be serious?
So how is it that you are so dumb, Braden? Can you just sort of elaborate on that?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, but like I'm going to need anything to go on with this. Which he's making a lot of fair points.
Really good questions.
When you were thinking that, what was your push for how that was going to work?
Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think I really thought that far into it. That's what's fun about this episode. Or this show. I don't really have to think that hard. I just sort of
get off my back, I guess.
My head. Maybe grow off me, Chad. How about that?
Grow off me. I don't think. I mean, his voice did not sound. It wasn't so like, how did it work? He was like, oh, interesting. So like, how would that work?
No,
we're just painting it in a totally different light.
I'm 100% kidding. Chad's bringing up legitimate questions, and he actually listened and called in with a howler. So
I think, I mean, basically what I'm hearing you say is, you're like, I don't know, it's like magic, right? Like somehow.
Yeah, that's always the easy answer. Like, I don't know, you tell me, it's magic. I just always felt like Lupin, I was always really suspicious of Lupin from like when we met him on the train ride.
It's like, can poor people be professors even?
Yeah, and I felt like he was listening to their conversation, like sort of eavesdropping.
Sure.
And he was so mysterious and seemed to really know Harry and like get along with Harry really well. And, you know, we started to learn that Sirius Black was his godfather, and it seemed like Lupin was really interested in Harry and wanted to help him. So I was like, I don't know, there seems like a weird connection here between like character traits.
And it could have been like, you know about Polyjuice Potion.
Yeah.
So
I know what that is, but in case somebody doesn't remember, why don't you tell us what that is again?
Do you remember how we watched Chamber of Secrets and it went really well? It was just a really good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember most of the details from that movie because I was intently watching and not fiddling with technology.
There's a really good scene where Hermione turns into a cat on accident.
Mm-hmm.
And right as that's happening, Harry and Ron turned into Crabbe and Goyle for like an hour. They used Polyjuice Potion to do that.
Okay. So that could have been an easy explanation. Polyjuice.
So now that you're saying that, that does make a lot of sense.
Now that you say that, I think that's what I was thinking when I made the prediction.
Yeah, I remember you thinking that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Congrats.
No, but that's a
Chad.
legitimate. Yeah, that's a good question from Chad.
Please, more good questions. Be more like Chad, you know? Call in.
Yeah.
So if Braden counts for 5 votes, then that means that People Equal Creatures had 12 and Lupirius had 9. So that's the final.
So this
tally.
year's Muggie for worst prediction.
Yeah, goes to
this
People.
book's Muggie for worst prediction
Well,
goes to.
It's an annual award.
Sure.
It goes the Muggie.
The Muggie goes to.
That was worth it. I was like, this isn't good. Like, I'm trying to be funny and it's not working. And then Braden killed it. Saved it. Just came back around and saved it. The Muggie goes to All People Are Creatures. Worst prediction. Who are the 2 scary creatures that are introduced that you think are competing for this category? A lot of good creatures.
Yeah. Let's. We need to watch this movie.
You're telling me.
I don't remember all the creatures.
It's almost like you're busy every weekend from now till June.
Yeah. This is going to be a crazy summer. Creatures.
Okay, I'll give you some hints. One of them makes Harry hear his dead mom's voice. And you drive off with a Patronus. You want to eat chocolate after you've hung out with these guys.
The Dementors.
Yeah, there you go. So
I wasn't thinking of them as creatures for some reason.
They're what, people?
Ghosts.
Yeah, ghosts. So technically in the Ministry of Magic, ghosts do have their own division, but they still fall under the Department of Magical Creatures.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that was an explanation that you needed. The other one that I have here is werewolf.
Werewolf.
Is it werewolf?
Werewolf.
So which one?
Which one's scarier?
Scariest creature, werewolves or Dementors?
The Dementors for sure.
Oh wow, that really swung it. So for 5 votes there, Dementors wins 22-1 over werewolves.
The suspense is killing me.
It came down to the wire. Shout out who voted. Okay, so I always try to put like a funny sort of little option when you actually click on it. It doesn't just say like Dementors and werewolves. It's wolves. Was that one? So
how did you spell that?
A good question. Fair question. WOOVES. Shout out Emily Austin, sponsor of the show. Voted wolves. Everyone else voted for Dementors. So there you go.
Yeah, they do that whole soul sucking thing, and they don't have like a real face, and
they broke up a Quidditch match.
Yeah, that's scary, annoying. So this year's Muggie for
why are we doing this again? We are
creature.
Actually, I'm back in. Dementors, yeah, Dementors. Oh my gosh, this just means so much to me. I would like to thank my cloak maker. I would like to thank my weird scabby hands. My hands are described as scabby a lot, and I don't know how that really manifests, but shout out to them. Shout out the Ministry of Magic for letting me come hang out at a school. That didn't make any sense, but I did it, and I was here for it, man. I was all up in this book. All glory to God, Dementors. I'm going to remember this one.
Shout goes out to Dumbledore, the haters.
My doubters. More like Doubt Bulldor. Double Doubt? Dumble Doubt? Dumb. He's Dumbledore because he thought that I couldn't win Scariest Creature. There it is. That was me as a Dementor accepting a award.
Well done.
Scene.
Truly.
Next category is best moment. So you can interpret that how you will. I kind of went with like just what just makes you feel good about things that happened.
Okay. All right.
Any big good moments stuck out to you that you would assume should be nominated here? Because I did not ask you before nominating these things.
Nope. You sure didn't.
Wasn't clear.
Saving Buckbeak.
Sure.
That was a nice moment. Sirius Black asking Harry to come live with him.
Oh.
Even though that wasn't actually going to happen, but the moment of him asking and them sharing a godfatherly moment was momentous, you could say.
Yeah, it was a moment. So you were half right. One of the nominees here is, I called it the Sirius and Buckbeak escape. We saved Sirius and Buckbeak kind of at the same time there, And
Buckbearius.
Yeah, Buckbeak is serious, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I'm taking from you saying Buckbearius. And the other one being Gryffindor won the Quidditch Cup. Harry
that is a good moment.
He expecto patronum'd all over Draco.
Don't phrase it like that.
Why? What? What's wrong with phrasing it like that? Why are you rolling on the floor laughing? Why are you ruffling?
I'm not ruffling.
Okay.
I'm not ruffling.
Everyone. So Gryffindor won. Oliver Wood probably just about lost it. Everyone's excited about that. What do you think? Best moment?
Oh, this is a tough one. I care a lot about Quidditch. But I was pretty stoked that Buckbeak lived, mainly because I know it meant so much to Hagrid.
Hagrid would have been a wreck.
Yeah. Can we get thoughts from the panel here?
The panel, Jeremy and Jessica?
Yeah, I want to know what Jeremy and Jessica
Here's how we're going to do this. I don't care what they think. What we do care, you know who we care what they think? The person from the cold open. Jacob voted in all of these. So I'm going to tell you which way Jacob voted.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Okay, Jacob voted for Gryffindor, winning the House Cup, the Quidditch Cup. So that's just a little taste of public opinion there.
Interesting. Okay. What were the historical facts about the Gryffindor house not winning in however many years?
It had been 7 years since Charlie Weasley was the Seeker. And also the problem was that Slytherin had won like all of those years. So this broke up like a 7-peat.
Okay. I'm sorry, Jacob. I'm going with the escape of Sirius and Buckbeak.
Yeah, that really swings it. So by a count of 20-1, we're going with the Hippogriff heist. Jacob was the only person to vote for Gryffindor.
I love Jacob for that. Now, I went
the Muggie
the way I did.
First moment.
Go to
Wait for it.
the Hippogriff heist.
Yeah, Hippogriff heist.
I went that way solely because now it was a big moment for me as the reader, because if Sirius stays alive, Harry has another option as far as living quarters other than the Dursleys, which is really all I want for this book.
He can get his permission slip signed way easier.
Yeah. He's got someone on his team, you know, other like an adult.
Yeah, besides, Lupin and Dumbledore and Lockhart, McGonagall.
Yeah. Someone outside the school.
4 equally powerful people.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, Lockhart probably the most.
Yeah, he loves Harry. He remembers who Harry is at this point.
Yeah, he's super powerful. He's a real wizard.
So this is a good time to roll into our next Howler. So this, if we'll all remember the last time that Jacob was on the show, the one and only time when he called in. You remember the story that was told about going and seeing Harry Potter?
Yes.
In Equus.
So much was told.
Detroit.
Detroit!
Yep. So this is related to that, you might say. It is related to that. It's also 2 minutes long. It's very long. So go turn the oven on for the frozen pizza. No, you're gonna want to hear it. Never mind. You want to hear it. You can't carry it with you.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Bo again. It is about 2 a.m. and I'm listening to the episode on my way back from Indianapolis, where I was working. And so I am just calling because I needed to howl and because I'm raging mad, because I don't understand how I'm 30 episodes and 3 books into this podcast, and I'm just now learning that Rogie had met Daniel Radcliffe. If I had started a podcast that was centralized around Harry Potter, the audience would know within 3 minutes that I had in fact met Daniel Radcliffe. And I go as far to say as if I had met Daniel Radcliffe, anyone I had ever met would know within 10 minutes that I had done so. So I don't understand how I've had this much content, and I had to find out from Rogie's mother that he had met Daniel Radcliffe, and it's really just rubbed me the wrong way. And it's probably also because of a lack of sleep and a long day. But I just needed to share that. And if you have any other incredible stories, they all need to be emptied out as soon as possible, because it's just a crime to keep me waiting and just drop something like that. I don't know. I'm so frustrated. I'm losing the ability to speak in a coherent sentence. So I just need you to know that. And I'm going to go to bed pretty soon.
So I've heard a lot about Bo. Let's give him a round of applause there.
Wow.
I've heard a lot about Bo, and for that to be how I'm introduced to Bo, because I had only listened to the first 10 seconds, realized this was going to be gold, and so that was my first time hearing all of that.
Perfect.
Braden, just what are your thoughts?
Just gratitude. Bo called in a maybe not so stable mental state, which is exactly what I would wish for everyone who calls in.
Calling at your low point. That's when we want to hear you.
And just the intensity and passion with which Bo presented his points and frustration towards Rogi was frankly inspiring, moving in a lot of ways.
Braden was crying, laughing.
Oh my goodness.
All of the whole gamut of emotions was run.
So Bo is just a passionate guy about a lot of things. He's passionate about Marvel movies. He's passionate about the Jonas Brothers. And we have learned that he's super passionate about you not withholding any more stories. And so Bo gave it his all. That was great. Yeah.
Can I defend myself here for a second?
Go ahead.
We started the podcast. Like he said, if I start a podcast, it'll be within the first 3 minutes. This isn't a podcast about me. It's a podcast about Braden. And so you have found out a lot about my fandom, right? And I thought, I guess I was thinking, let's spread that out a little bit. We don't want everyone to just get overwhelmed with me bragging about all the Harry Potter stuff I've done. Bragging, like, even if that's even the word you can use for it. Yeah. It's not, and that's the top one. Like, it doesn't get any higher than reading Daniel Radcliffe. I guess more like down here, Daniel Radcliffe compared to me. So that's part of it. Second, do you want me to tell my next best story? Like, do we do what Bo says? Bo knows.
I don't know. Bo knows.
Do I hold it out? Do I foster like a antagonistic relationship with Bo right here and purposely hold out and tell it like 2 books later? Is that funnier?
I'm sort of afraid of what could happen to Bo if you do that. I think he'll just emotionally implode.
It's not as good. It's not nearly as good.
I don't think that's a requirement. He said any other stories.
Okay. So my other story would be, you know how a lot of times people will get some kind of big-ish gift from their parents when you graduate high school? It's like, oh, like this is a thing, we got down payment on your car, or they pay for a lot of your student loans or whatever. So our thing was that my parents drove us down to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I mean, I've probably mentioned before that I have been there, to the Harry Potter theme park.
Mm-hmm.
This was like a week or two after it opened. It just happened to be like that's when we could go. And so I went with my friends Eric and Ian and Jacob. So it was the 4 of us. And then, I mean, really, like all they did was drive us down. Like we bought our tickets and everything. And so we got 2 days worth of passes there. We didn't stay in Universal or anything. So we're at Universal. We have to wait in line forever to get on these Harry Potter rides. The first day, we had to wait in line for an hour to get to the Harry Potter part of the park because it was that packed. Like, they handed us tickets and made us wait in line. And then it was another hour and a half to get on the big ride. And I don't want to spoil too much about that because, you know, stretch goal. We're going to go there together, and Jeremy's going to film it.
Mm-hmm.
By then, this is going to be like 4 years from now, so Jeremy will be like part robot, I'm guessing. Or he'll have like
also
Iron Man,
president.
He'll have Iron Man glasses that he can just like tap and it'll film us in like 1080p or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're there. We went on the big flagship. There's been more rides since then, but the one main one that was there at the time, we probably went on it like 6 times. Right? You're going to get your money's worth. So we found out that if you go in the single rider's line, you get on a lot faster because that's how rides work for people that go to Disney World all the time like these guys. So we're doing that. We get on that a couple times. The single rider's line also overlaps somewhat with the like handicap accessible line. So like if you are in a wheelchair or you just need help, it's going to take you longer to get on and off, that kind of thing. So we, at one point when we get off, we are let out in just an area we've never seen before. This is like the 4th time we've been on it, and we've never seen this part of the ride before. They like must have diverted us down a different track at the last minute or something. So we're looking around, and they're like, yeah, guys, just go down that hallway and take the elevator to like 2G, and then that'll get you out. And then just let these 4, 18-year-olds and Jacob, 3 18-year-olds and Jacob, walk down there. And so I don't want to spoil too much about the ride or anything. It's not the greatest thing in the world, I guess, but it's set in Hogwarts. Like, as you walk up to it, you're looking at a replica of the Hogwarts castle. So we, as soon as we're out of earshot, we're like, did he just give us permission to like explore Hogwarts as much as we want to? So we get on, and we do not press 2. Well, we do press 2G, but we press all of the buttons in the elevator. It only goes to like 4 floors, but we are still like pumped, right? Yes, we were miles below the school. That's a great point, Jess. We're pumped and jacked to be just exploring Hogwarts. And we also all feel like we're going to get in trouble for some reason. We were open, it's popping out and we can like see people in line. We're like up on staircases, like popping out of hidden, moving portraits and stuff. Like we're in Hogwarts. So that's the end of it. We just left normally like we were supposed to, but we got to explore the inner workings.
Did you see any awesome things?
That, no, I do have a video, I think, of it somewhere. We didn't see anything that awesome. It was just like seeing the same things we'd seen from waiting in line, but from different angles. And it was just awesome that it could happen. So that'd be my next best story, I think.
Awesome.
Right. Hey guys, wanted to let you know that this episode of A Muggle's Perspective is brought to you by 4612. So 4612 is an awesome Etsy shop. Girls, you know what that is. Guys, you go to Etsy.com. You're going to search for FOUR, the number 6, and then 12, TWELVE. 4612 is run by Rachel Merriman. She makes a lot of cool handmade gifts and items. The main one being Babs, which are hot cold packs. These aren't your grandma's corn packs that are in like patch of used denim. They come in different sizes. They come in lots of really cute and different themed fabrics, including several Harry Potter fabrics. You can also get them in different scents, like lavender and chamomile if you're trying to sleep, like rosemary if you are having cramps or headaches. They can be used hot, they can be used cold. I use mine all the time, and they're awesome. So definitely recommend going to etsy.com/shop/4612, I think is the link, and using code MUGGLE at checkout. 4612. All right, next category here. Let me just pull up the gram. Next category, newest place.
Newest place.
Yep, that's what I called it.
Seems like that one could be answered with a basic timeline.
One of them you can guess is going to be nominated, and the other one you will probably quibble with.
Quibble.
Quibble. Give me a little quibbling. What new places can you think of?
Oh, new places. Well, I would say he's got a permission slip to Hogsmeade, so Hogsmeade could be a new place now, right?
Hogsmeade, sure, yeah. Hogsmeade is one of them that was nominated.
What other places?
We're going to use the term place pretty liberally here.
Azkaban.
Oh,
It's
that
a
would
new
have been
place.
good. I thought the Shrieking Shack might have been good too. Didn't do
Shrieking
it.
Shack. That was going to be my next one.
Didn't do it. The other newest place that you have to vote from is the Night Bus.
The Night Bus.
Oh, John the Night Bus for then.
Oi!
In it.
She say that for.
I like that. That's that's all I need to know about the Night Bus is just talking like Stan Shunpike.
Yeah, there's a kid on there that talks like this.
He thinks Harry's Neville.
Yeah, it's his Neville Longbottom.
Wow, your face right now.
It's like one of those moments where you want to say more, but you can't really think of.
Yeah, we said all the good ones.
Yeah.
What you fall down for?
Both of us, when we talk like that, like scrunch up our face really bad. And
I'm doing it because you're doing it.
Like lift. Oh no, you did that on your own.
Okay, you think what you want. So, what would your vote be for newest place? Hogsmeade or the Night Bus?
Not
Not to be confused with the Night King. Game of Thrones.
both so new.
Timely.
I haven't watched any Game of Thrones. Should I do that?
I have not either.
Obviously, it's very culturally relevant.
It is.
How do you know what the Night King is then?
I'm on Twitter. Also,
Fair
I
enough.
read The Ringer.
I'm going to say Hogsmeade.
Ooh. All right. Oh, wait, we didn't hear which one Jacob voted for. Jacob voted for Hogsmeade.
Yeah, because that seems to be a big deal for the students, and now that Sirius can make that happen for Harry, should open up some fun new adventures.
It's got that slip in the bag. So, with that, the Muggie for newest place goes to Hogsmeade. Congrats, Hogsmeade. I can't remember the voice. Muggie. Is it like that?
It's like a really excited 14-year-old girl.
Wow. That is really excited. He was trying not to fart. That's what Jess said. The score is 17-3. Not a lot of Night Bus love.
I love the Night Bus.
Shout out to Jordan Gillette, Rachel Merriman,
Hey.
and Ty.
Just Ty.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ty the creator.
T Riddle is his username, so maybe that's a Harry Potter reference.
Tom Riddle?
Spoilers, dang it. Because you don't remember probably. I'm assuming Braden doesn't remember what happened in Chamber of Secrets, so it's a spoiler. You got re-spoiled. You just offended now?
Yep, for those of you listening, I just shrugged my shoulders.
He's really trying really hard to look offended.
Oh, you're asking it. Okay. All right. We're back on the same page. What's the next Muggie?
All right, next Muggie is the real MVP.
The real MVP.
Yeah, who would you nominate for the real MVP of Prisoner of Azkaban? Wow, no one did a good job with anything.
I think that you could nominate Lupin for teaching Harry how to defend himself against the Dementors.
Sure, Lupin was one of the last two cuts.
I think you could nominate Sirius Black for
Escaping from Azkaban.
Escaping from Azkaban, and kind of helping us learn all about the rat, Peter Pettigrew. I think you could say Crookshanks.
Crookshanks was very nearly nominated.
Yeah.
If there could have been 4 nominees, Crookshanks and Lupin would have been on there. Crookshanks will come up
neither
a little bit
are?
later. Neither are.
Wow.
The nominees are Hermione Granger for understanding how time travel works.
Reigning MVP.
Reigning MVP for sure. For getting them through the book.
Okay.
And Albus Dumbledore for letting Hermione time turn, for believing them. No, literally no other adult believes Harry, Ron, and Hermione that Sirius is innocent. For giving them the idea to go back in time. Mm-hmm. Hiring Remus Lupin despite the fact that he's a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our
Those are all great options.
Who's your vote for, Hermione or Dumbles?
I'm gonna go with the reigning MVP, Hermione, because Dumbledore obviously, really it could be a co-MVP thing, obviously, but like everything you said, I agree with. Hermione has to carry it out and make it happen.
Yeah.
It's a lot to ask out of a
He would win like Coach of the Year.
Girl. Yeah. Yeah.
So the Muggie for real MVP for the 3rd year in a row goes to Hermione Granger. Raise the roof. Hermione is just like, you gotta come. If you're gonna come for the king, you best not miss. And like Hermione just still like rocked it out in Prisoner of Azkaban. It should be called Hermione Granger, the Prisoner of Azkaban. You can find some good things online that's like the titles from Hermione's perspective or Draco's perspective. They're pretty good. Hermione Granger and the time that my friends got mad at me for like being worried for their safety. That was what most of the book was about.
Hermione Granger, the time I turned into a cat.
Yeah, that's the last one. We'll do another Muggie before we come with our last howler. This is biggest plot twist.
All right.
So there were, again, going to be 4 nominees here. I had to cut a couple. Let's see if you can come up with any of them.
Scabbers is Peter Pettigrew.
Scabbers being Peter Pettigrew is nominated, is one of the nominees.
Okay. Lupin is a werewolf.
Lupin as a werewolf would have been a nominee. Could there have been 4?
Buckbeak did not get decapitated. Plot twist.
That is a good plot twist. I did not consider that, but it would have been a good one.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones I got.
Gotcha. I also strongly considered Sirius Black is a dog and is a good guy. I called it Sirius Black is a nice dog.
Is a good boy.
Yeah, he is a good boy. So the nominees are Peter Pettigrew. Okay, how did I word it? Scabbers is a dead guy who also betrayed James Potter. So there's a lot there. And Hermione can travel through time. Plot twist, Hermione's been time traveling to get to all her classes all year. And then we spent the end of the book traveling through time.
I think the bigger plot twist we knew something weird was going on with Hermione.
Right.
So that was surprising, but not a twist.
We kind of cared.
Yeah. So the fact that Scabbers was 1, important, and 2, a traitor. That was
3,
a twist.
an animal. That was the twist. Congratulations to Scabbers is a dead guy who betrayed James Potter for being the biggest plot twist. With a score of 14-1. Who voted for the 1? Let me see here. Oh, this one is still going, actually. Technically, you could still vote in this. Not by the time you're hearing it. Oh, Matt Holbrook of Clearwater Car Wash fame voted for Back to the Future. Okay, let's get our next howler going here. So we're going to hear from our old buddy, Chad again.
Chadillac.
Hey guys, my name is Chad. Hogwarts House is Ravenclaw. Just got through listening to your April 18th episode, Detroit. Anyway, great episode. Loved it. Loved the podcast. Really excited for your thoughts on book 4. I'm assuming you have already kind of started reading that book at this point. No spoilers, those, just in case. It is my favorite book, so I'm really looking forward to it and your thoughts and those types of things. So anyway, have a good evening, and talk to you later.
Well, thanks, Chad. We appreciate your support.
Yeah, I'm a big Chad fan.
Is he right about the fact that we have started Goblet of Fire?
He's right. We have read the first 4 chapters.
We sure have. That episode actually just came out today, so very timely. Thank you for giving us a chance to pimp the new season, Chad, of season. Is it? Can we call them seasons? This is like the 4th season. We're embarking
Sure,
on.
why not? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Keep calling in, Chad.
Yeah, it's exciting. Thank you for not spoiling anything, but I think it's going to be really good. I've been laying the groundwork for some things over the last 3 books, like just putting in little inside jokes or like already leading Braden down certain directions. So to try to set him up, you know the joke where one friend kneels down behind somebody and the other guy pushes him backwards. You know what I'm talking about? I've done that. I've done a little bit of that.
Perfect.
We do have another howler, but it's about this episode that just came out, so we're not going to play it. We'll play it next week because we're going to record next week. Last Muggie category here. Best new character. Parenthesis S and parenthesis. Best new character. Stan and Ernie. Oi! What'd you do that for? Stan and Ern or Crookshanks.
New character? Crookshanks?
Yeah, Crookshanks appeared for the first time in Prisoner of Azkaban.
I'm going to go with Stan and Ernie because it's a whole lot of fun to imitate them.
Sterny. The names for these options were Bus Boys versus the Shankster. So, with Braden's support, it becomes a very close race where it was not previously. Bus Boys end up with 8 points, but loses to 10 points. Congratulations, Crookshanks, best new character.
All right.
Could have been the MVP. Could have been biggest twist that Crookshanks can talk to Sirius while he's a dog, and also stole some passwords from Neville. But does win best new character, so that's pretty good too. Rookie of the year.
Good on you, Crookshanks.
Yeah. Braden, do you have any more closing thoughts on Prisoner of Azkaban? Where does it rank? Is it your favorite of the three? Your least favorite?
It's been the best so far, yeah. It's definitely my favorite. I was talking to Bo and Marcus and my friend Corey about this last night, actually, that it is really neat that J.K. Rowling wrote this in a way that, like, I guess it matures with the characters, like the style of writing.
Do you think that was intentional, or you think it was her writing style that also matured?
Probably more so her writing style matured. I mean, obviously she became a better writer through this series, I would say. I don't know. Has she done interviews on that? Like if she intentionally did that, or...
Off the top, I'm not thinking of it off the top of my head, but I'm sure it has happened. I'm sure she's discussed the progressive nature of the books. She very famously sort of had a rough sketch of all 7 books done by the time she was writing the first one. Like she knew some of the notes she wanted to hit by the time they got near the end. So my assumption has always been that a good chunk of it was intentional to make the first one more accessible for littler kids and then have the reader grow along with the characters, or the intended audience kind of grow along.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's cool. I like that. I like the anticipation that builds for each book. You know, that things will get heavier and maybe darker in some ways, and probably more exciting. So. Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to pump up your expectations too much or anything, but the consensus is definitely that it just keeps on going. It doesn't plateau really. We continue along that trajectory. So
yeah, and good. Having Chad mention that this is his favorite book, I've been told that by a few people now that Goblet of Fire is their favorite book.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
looking forward to it.
Looking
and
forward
we
to
need
seeing the movie.
Yeah, we need to watch that movie.
Look for that coming out relatively soon. It might come out for patrons first. I think I wanted to start doing some of that, some of those little extra things, give patrons a little glimpse of it before everybody else.
Sounds good.
Yeah. But we are probably not going to be live streaming our own watching of the movie.
I don't think there's any probably about that.
We may. Some technology has come to light where we could watch it together, but then just record it and then put that out later. We will let you guys know about that when that will come out. Parting thoughts, Braden?
Thanks for all the howls.
Yes. Shouts to Jacob, Bo, Chad, for sure.
Yep.
If someone wanted to imitate Chad, if they wanted to be more like Chad, what would be the move there? How would they howl? How would they do it, Braden?
Well, they would... look up on their sheet the number of the howler, which I'm doing. I should have it memorized by now. They could, if they wanted to call in like Chad, they could call 978-POTTER-0, which is 978-768-8370. That's 978-768-8370. And if they're looking for just social media links, email info, just a neat website to explore, you should go to mugglespodcast.com.
See you guys there. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy and Jessica, as always.